Are African schools educating Africans, or mostly colonial subjects? Why is the history of our kings, queens, thinkers, and freedom fighters missing from our textbooks? Why do we continue to glorify those who colonized, killed, and humiliated our ancestors? In this explosive video, we break down the colonial legacy of Africa's education systems. From Burkina Faso to Rwanda, we showcase real efforts to reclaim and rewrite our narratives. Do you want your child to know the stories of Sundiata Keita, Queen Nzinga, or Thomas Sankara? Watch until the end and tell us in the comments, do you support a 100% African-centered education? Subscribe, like, share, the awakening starts now. We can't build the Africa of tomorrow with the colonizers' schools. Welcome to you, free minds. Today, we launch a powerful series on Pan-Africanism in action. And we start at the root, the education system. Brace yourself, what you're about to hear may shock you. Segment 1, the colonial education. In most African schools, our children first learn about Napoleon, Louis XIV, and the British Industrial Revolution. They memorize European capitals, Greek philosophers, and world wars, yet barely know about Shaka Zulu, Nefertiti, or Amilcar Cabral. Should an African student know more about the British monarchy than the Mali Empire? Segment 2, the invisible colonial legacy. School in Africa wasn't designed to liberate, but to control. To produce intermediaries, obedient Africans trained to serve the colonial administration. Wasn't really that practice the colonizers' goal? But the problem is that, since the independences, almost nothing has changed in the curriculums and on the way African children are educated. Segment 3, what's already changing, but some nations are daring to break free. In Burkina Faso, schools are testing curriculums rooted in African values. In Rwanda, primary education is mostly taught in Kinyarwanda. In Ghana, Pan-African heroes are being restored to the curriculum. Segment 4, what we must do now. For steps toward a liberated African education. Rewrite textbooks with African historians. Teach local languages from kindergarten. Celebrate African heroes in history lessons. Create African books and digital learning tools. A final message. This isn't about rejection. It's not about hate, it's about rebuilding. Africa must be taught by Africans because no one else will tell our story for us. Community engagement. What about you? Do you want your child to praise Louis XIV or to know the kings of Benin and queens of Congo? Tell us in the comments. We want a real conversation. Subscribe, like, share. Together, we rebuild Africa.